Hey there everyone, welcome back to Oh Brother Comics. Today, we are going over our 10 and 10 review video. That is the video where we pick 10 books from this last Wednesday, September 1st, 2021, and we go ahead and give you our thoughts and review on them. So we have only 10 minutes to do so. Time is of the essence. Let's get right into this. And for our first book this week, we decided to go with Dark Ages #1. It's written by Tom Taylor and art is by Ivan Coelho. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But this book actually really surprised me. At first, I was not really feeling the writing, but towards the end, it really started to really make sense and just bring everything together. It's a very interesting idea and a new take for the future of these superheroes and this story, since it is its own self-contained story. Essentially, it takes place 7 years after the end of the world kind of thing, where Doctor Strange, in order to defeat this new character, had to open up a portal to a universe that essentially has a consistent like EMP activating it, so it destroys all electronics in the world. Well, this story takes place 7 years after that event. There is no electronics and the superheroes are basically on their own. So I'm really excited to see where this story goes. It was my pick of the week. I gave it a 4 out of 5 this week.
All right, so first up for me is Batman Fear State Alpha #1 by DC Comics, and this is written by James Tynion IV and illustrated by Riccardo Federici. So, wow, this comic blew me away. Tynion is pulling out all the stops, every major superhero, anti-hero, villain, everything. This is exactly what I want in a comic. This issue sets up the story in such an amazing way and really ropes you in. The Magistrate is such a cool mastermind, and the Scarecrow is the perfect choice to rein in the Fear State. I love that the story flips between the whole Bat family as well as the anti-heroes, and that you get to experience multiple sides and how they are each affected by what is unfolding. I highly recommend picking up this issue. I rated this at a 4.5 out of 5, and this is my pick of the week.
And for our next book, we went with Harley Quinn 2021 Annual. It's written by Stephanie Phillips and art is by David LaFuente, which the art is really quite good. This book actually surprised me as well. It was a lot of fun and I just thoroughly enjoyed reading it. This book follows a character named Kevin, who is a former henchman of the Joker, who is now friends and kind of like a sidekick to Harley. This goes on an adventure of him trying to find Harley. Harley has been kidnapped by this new character named Keepsake, and for whatever reason, he's trying to now become the top dog in Gotham. I really enjoyed this book. I rated it a 3.8. I will pick up the next Harley books because I'd like to see where this goes. You guys should check it out. It's a pretty good book.
Up next for me is The Last Annihilation, Wiccan and Hulkling #1 by Marvel Comics. This is written by Anthony Oliveira and illustrated by Jan Bazaldua. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. This is an amazingly good story. I guess I wasn't expecting much more than a feel-good, lighthearted story, but this was incredibly in-depth. We got to experience flashbacks of Wiccan and Hulkling's history and the progression of their relationship, while also experiencing the invasion of Dormammu in the present time. The struggles that the married couple endure being separated and having to stave off their enemies is really well done. The art, I love the art style, and the surprise reintroduction of the new age and power of Captain Marvel's Negabomb bands was really cool to see. Overall, it's a great story and one that I look forward to continuing. I rated this at a 3.8 out of 5.
And for our next book, we went with Star Wars The High Republic #9. It's written by Cavan Scott and art is by Ario Anindito. This book has been just solid. I have been really enjoying the High Republic stuff. It is giving a lot of new storyline and new lore to the Star Wars universe, and I've been really thoroughly enjoying it. I can't recommend it enough to Star Wars fans out there. This book just continues to push the envelope and really get into the battle with the Nihil, which I've been really enjoying. I rated this book a 3.9 out of 5 this week. Guys, if you're Star Wars fans, or even if you're not, jump on this book. It's been a lot of fun.
The third book that I read this week is Monster Kill Squad #1 by Bad Idea. This is written by Christos Gage and illustrated by Tomas Gioreo. This issue was certainly intense right off the bat. It follows a future where an event left the world knowing of the existence of monsters, and it starts right off in the midst of the local PD being massacred by some of the creepiest monsters there are. That is until the Monster Kill Squad shows up. So we get introduced to the team one by one and get to see them in all their gory glory as they fight, kill, and capture, only to find out that this was just the start. Bad Idea has been putting out some amazing stories lately, and this one is right up there with other titles like ENIAC and Passive Aggressive. I rated it at a 4.0 out of 5.
And for the next book that we're reviewing on the list, we chose Basilisk #4. It's written by Colin Bunn and art is by Jonas Scharf. This book has a lot of great potential. Unfortunately, I feel that it's one of those books that would be better left read as a full, trade paperback, just one complete story. The art has been amazing, the story is intriguing, but for whatever reason the issues just aren't hooking me as much as I'd like. But I could totally picture this being a TV show or just read as a giant book, and I'm really looking forward to that day. So I will be continuing to pick these up and look forward to just reading it all at once and see how my feelings are then. I rated this book a 3.3 out of 5 this week.
All right, fourth book up for me is Demon Days Cursed Web #1 by Marvel Comics, and this is written and illustrated by Peach Momoko. So this is the second part of the Yoshida saga, and Peach Momoko's art style is amazing, and as this issue and the last issues have shown, her storytelling is just as good. I am loving this brand new Japanese folklore-inspired retelling of Mariko as an Oni, and the addition of Sabretooth, Mystique, and Ghost Spider in their own rights make it that much more awesome. I can't wait for the next installment of this story. I rated this one at a 3.8 out of 5.
And for this next book, we chose Spawn #321. Again, this is one of those books that I've just been enjoying. Todd McFarlane is having such an amazing time right now writing this Spawn universe. And I am feeling like I'm back in high school again, where I was just fully immersed into Spawn. This has been so much fun. This book continues the story with Al and the chaos that's going on the earth since he has closed off the portals from heaven and hell, thus trapping angels and demons onto this planet, as well as bringing other spawns throughout time into this time period, like Gunslinger Spawn, Medieval Spawn. It's been a lot of fun, guys. I rated this book a 3.5 out of 5. Definitely support Todd McFarlane. He's given us some really fun content and keeping it at the price point of $2.99. You can't beat that, guys.
Last up for me is Transformers King Grimlock #2 by IDW, and this is written by Steve Orlando and illustrated by Augustine Padilla. So I'm not so sure how I felt about this issue, but don't take that the wrong way. It is good and a well thought out story. I love the Transformers, but it's just really hard to relate to Grimlock. Not only is his Dinobot caveman speech sometimes hard to get through, it's just that unlike the Transformers that I grew up with, Grimlock is also primitive in his thought process. He's motivated by his one-track mind, which is just uncharacteristic of the Transformers and the Dinobots. But it's still a solid story with great art, and I think it has great potential. I just hope that Grimlock grows as a being and that his conscience grows with him. So this one I did rate at a 3.0 out of 5.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for this week's 10 and 10. We hope you all enjoyed this list we put together, and if there are any books coming this next week that you guys would like to see us review or just talk about, let us know. We'd love to go ahead and take a look at that and see if we can put it on next week's list. And while you're at it, guys, please remember to hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to continue to bring you guys some more awesome comic book content, and we hope you're all enjoying it. Guys, thank you all for watching. I will see you all this weekend. Be safe out there on this holiday weekend, guys. We'll catch you all later.